Hello and welcome to this podcast brought to you by Kakkmaddafakka merchandise. This is KakkmaddaPodcast or KakkmaddaPodcast #. My name is Manhattan. I'm here with Pish and Homer. Welcome.
Welcome.
Yes, that was the intro. It was a little bit long, but this is the first ever KakkmaddaPodcast. Hello, Pish.
Hello, X-Max. How are you doing?
Hello, Homer.
Hello.
How are you guys doing today?
Yeah, doing fine. It's been a regular day. It's Easter mode. Long breakfast. Not too much on the agenda.
And you, Old Holmes?
I had better days.
Yeah? What's grinding your gear?
I stayed up all night. Just only had a few hours sleep, you know.
Yeah, slept until 2:30.
Didn't go to bed till 9:30 though.
Doesn't matter.
Less sleep than you.
Probably, yes.
What have you done the last 24 hours then, X?
5 hours. That was.
I haven't done much. Yesterday I was walking with Alfred and sending some songs off to mixing with our new album. That's why we starting this podcast. It's because we want to promote Kakkmaddafakka, because we come with a new album. And this is, for those of you that don't know, and most of you don't, I am Manhattan, the lead singer in Kakkmaddafakka. And Pish, my brother, is also a lead singer in Kakkmaddafakka. And together, we're making this podcast with our manager and great friend, David Holmes from Wales. Personally, we are from Norway, but you are from Wales, Holmes. Tell us a little bit about why. That's probably the first question people are going to get. Why do we have this Welsh manager?
Yeah, well, that's a long story, isn't it?
It is.
How far do you want to go back?
Just give us a brief, fast introduction of... I think that's a good way of introducing the band and the story. Anyway.
The fastest way you can do it is say, I was your bartender, and you couldn't speak English very good. And then that was that.
Yeah. That's true. David Holmes was indeed a bartender at the famous Vamoose in Bergen.
Bar owner, isn't that more right?
Not only tender.
You know. Blow my own trumpet.
Yeah. Well, anyway, he's our manager and been that since 2009. We are happy working together. And it's going pretty well, I think. Ish. You know, people say to us, yeah, you should get more professional. But I always say, well, if this is, if people want more professional, I don't know what more professional is. Off with the phones in the interview.
Switching off your phone is professional, Paul. Yeah. Silent mode.
Anyway, this podcast is basically for people that is a little bit, they have...
Slow.
No, they have some minutes to kill, because we're not going to be super interesting. It's not going to be...
It's going to be interesting enough. It's going to be chit-chatting and questions about life.
Yes, definitely. But it's going to be more a thing that you have in the background. You wouldn't gear up for this show, would you?
Trying to sell this now?
I'm not trying to sell it. It's just for people that are bored, basically. And if you're a Kakkmaddafakka fan, that helps.
Yeah, it's nothing more to say, is it, about this?
Well, that's what we wrote down on the list as the intro. Let's play a song. You guys that is listening to the podcast will not hear it because we are not allowed to play music. But to get the natural flow in the radio program, here is the Action Bronson with the brand new car. Okay, we're back from that song, Action Bronson. He's the new rapper I'm listening to anyway.
Okay, yeah, brand new car.
Yeah, that was the song. That was song number 1. Probably not the best song on the album, but still.
What was it about?
He's got a new car and a new jazz guitar.
Just wanted to tell us.
Yeah, he wanted to tell us that.
Yeah, it's flashy.
Yeah, he's a down-to-earth kind of guy. Yeah.
What car was it, did he say?
It's probably a Mercedes. Yeah. That is the coolest car.
Is it the coolest car? Should we have a car discussion? Okay, Holmes, what is your dream car?
Yeah.
Because I'd have to say electric something.
Why?
Because, That's just the way I am.
But that's not the way you are. I know that you wouldn't go for a...
I couldn't, with all the stress of the world today, I'd have to go for electric.
You're kidding me.
In a
Is
nuclear country.
You would, if you had a chance to you could get a Lamborghini. I know you're into that.
I'd get a Nissan Leaf or whatever.
No. Oh, you're too political correct.
Yeah,
Pish.
but, you know.
Yeah.
I would go for a big fucker. I'm an American car enthusiast.
Yeah, you are American car enthusiast.
Yeah, I love roomy cars. I like to have space around me.
Yeah.
Camper van.
No. Yeah.
No, like like a Land Rover.
Yeah.
I would love
Land
that.
Rover. Yeah. It's like Helmalicious.
Yeah, he bought that from me.
No, he's always been into. Yeah.
He's more of a BMW guy.
I can say I don't have. I'm not a car guy, even though I have a car.
You're the only one I know that has a car.
Am I the only one?
That's because you also live in the countryside.
No.
But you have to, like, Norway is not a very carish, like Bergen is not a very carish place to be.
No.
No, but we appreciate the car.
Bergen Centrum,
Yeah,
like the center.
Yeah.
Axel, though,
We
he
don't.
lives in the countryside.
No, I don't. I live 1 minute from the city center.
But in a
walking
normal
with
place, like when I grew up, everyone had a car. Now, I don't know. I
And-
know you that has a Citroen Berlingo.
Yeah, the most indie car in the world.
Yeah.
Not.
The only thing I
What
can
is the most indie car in the world?
it's the Berlingo,
Berlingo.
definitely.
Not even the top 1,000.
I would go for a Fiat, maybe.
Some
It's French,
A Trabant.
Fiat isn't French.
isn't it?
No, Italian.
Then I would go for a...
Berlingo is French.
Yeah, that's pretty hipster.
That is the most hipster car you can get and the most indie car. Anyway,
It's not.
I wanted to hate. I'm not a hater,
Yeah.
but when we're talking about cars, I'm a little bit of a BMW hater.
And I'm kind of a BMW liker.
I know you are. That's a big difference between us.
Yeah, I can't get my head around the BMW.
If you want to spend that much money on a car, why don't you just go for a Mercedes? That's, for me, it's incredible to even consider the BMW.
It's a bit. BMW is a little bit darker.
Yeah, it's a little bit. We have a Norwegian word for it, Harry. Yeah,
I've had a BMW.
that's
Says a lot
expensive.
about you.
Yeah. Was that in your drug dealing days?
I had a BMW.
Yeah. You don't want to talk about that area of your life?
I'm not sure it's possible to.
I think you can. It's all. I don't think you're going to go to jail now for.
No. But, internet, family members, Fifth Amendment.
Yeah, and probably people that's still involved in the business. You don't want to get the feds.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. So
Okay.
yeah. Okay. Let's move on to current affairs.
Yeah.
Which is a topic thing we stole from the Norwegian radio program Radio Reception, Norway's biggest radio program. They won a lot of prizes, but unfortunately for them, they don't speak in English. We do, so
Got no choice.
we're gonna take some of their concepts. It's like sampling in a way.
Yeah. Let's do the current affairs.
Yeah.
Plane crash.
Yeah, I guess
Yeah.
that's the biggest.
Give us the
current
fact
affair.
zones.
Oh, I only know.
What
I
happened?
kind of switched off when I heard what I think is the.
You didn't switch off.
Well, I panicked on the first day because
Yeah.
that's a route that we take.
Yeah, we take that quite often.
No, I think we've taken it once. But Martin, he flew it a lot.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, German wings.
Yeah. And
But so if it just fell out the sky, that's kind of a little bit scary. But since it's so freakish that he actually crashed it on purpose.
yeah, the guy, and Amin, the piano player, he told me that he had to say no to people coming in every 20 seconds. The other
Yeah.
pilot was out clicking the code, and every 20 seconds the pilot that crashed the whole thing had to say no to that.
Yeah.
And that made me think, how many times did they do that then?
Probably a lot. It was 18 minutes falling.
Was it
18 minutes?
Yes.
It didn't fall. He just
Yeah.
nicely drove it.
Yeah.
And that's sick, if you ask me, because on those 18 minutes, you should be able to get a lot of people and just squash the door. Don't try with an axe.
No, the doors are non-breakable.
They are breakable. If you use
I don't
100 men. that plane.
You have a queue of 100,
Yeah.
so the first guy pushes.
Would be a massive
The
pressure.
people would get squashed before the door.
No.
Yeah.
You can't do like a
course.
massive conga down the aisle.
Of course, that's
No.
what I would have organized.
If
I
you
were
had
there.
been running though,
Do.
maybe if you run down the aisle of the plane and then you get the biggest guy to run as fast as he can when it's going down, you get a lot of like body mass in that door.
The doors.
Two
It's a
guys.
small door, so it's strong. It's only this. It's only.
Yeah, I know.
Like,
It
I would-
fucked up my weekend, to say it the least.
Yeah.
This plane crash.
Because
but if it's because it's just so random, isn't it?
Yeah, it's more nice, but it.
I don't think nice is the right word.
No, we were having a lot of difficulties this weekend because we were going to north of Norway, and then in Oslo it was this terrible weather. So
So I'm told.
the planes were standing, so we didn't come up with the regular flight. So the festival had to buy us
a private jet.
not a
Basically,
jet.
we got to the
Private
airport.
plane.
We had to get up at 5, get to the airport by 6, and then see that the flight was cancelled, and then wait in the airport for 4 hours,
Yeah, 4 hours.
just trying to find a solution, and which was sounding like the military was going to come down and pick us up in a military Hercules or something.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
But then they couldn't find a navigator or something.
Yes.
So then we went home, and then we got a call.
Yeah.
Oh, they chartered a plane for you.
Yeah. And
Small fucker.
Pish had a mental breakdown.
Yeah, I was down low.
Yeah. You
Because-
were close to crying.
Yes,
I think I saw a tear.
I cannot recall a tear.
As you were
But-
going up, you did this thing.
Yeah, that's probably true.
But
I
it was-
was not happy because
It was sketchy. It was dark and it was like a
also,
little bit wind.
the worst
and
thing was that we knew that it was going to be a bit small and bumpy. The weather was bad.
Yeah.
But then we took off. We'd been flying for an hour.
An
It's only
hour.
a 2-hour journey. And we had to fly back to pick up 3 guys who were meant to...
and
Another
then
band.
we had tried to get out of Bergen for like 18 hours, and then we had to go back to Bergen again. And then I was just like, this is rock bottom, man.
Yeah.
I'm not going on this plane again.
It was
you
rock
wanted to
bottom.
cancel. And
Yeah,
you
I
wanted
wanted
to
to
pay from your own pocket.
The salaries.
The salaries from
to the
everyone.
band.
in the
Yeah,
band.
But
I
then-
would happily have done it.
But I am a little bit sad because, when we came up then, we were all a bit traumatized about this. And I think the festival didn't get the cred it deserved for being a small Norwegian festival for people underage. Renting a private plane for us.
I am agreeing, but this is the problem.
I'm
about
not sure they deserve cred.
Why?
Because it's just a waste of money, isn't it?
Yeah, but
Totally
anyway.
agreeing.
the
And this
effort-
could only happen in Norway.
Yeah.
Because we are founded up the ass
Yeah.
with money that we don't
Think
even
about
have.
the sad
But-
kids up there. They
we will come next year.
yeah,
no
but
problem.
They are not 17 next year. Next year they're 18.
It was maybe 3 guys there that
When I
70s.
was 17,
I'm just saying it wouldn't happen
was a very good year.
It wouldn't happen in any other part of the world that they hire a plane for us playing for, let's say 200 people.
Because
Honest.
by the time we got there, it was so late. We meant to get there at 11 in the morning. We got there at 11 at night.
Anyway,
there was no people there really.
I think it was a good story for the listeners of KakkmaddaPodcast.
Yeah.
Let's.
But it was our first private, and it
plane.
was fun.
I think that it was very fun and
Fun to look back.
And I think this is the first podcast, and so far it's flowing very well, guys. I gotta give credit to both of you. And now we're gonna listen to another song, and this is the Norwegian band DDE with their song E6.
Enough of that.
We're back. We're listening to the music, but unfortunately we don't have the right for the music for the podcast, so we just cut out the music. Well, we are making this KakkmaddaPodcast, and we are soon releasing a new album. But also, a really great thing that is happening to Kakkmaddafakka is that we are coming out with this new thing called Kakkmadda TV. It is actually filming us right now, so you will see how this podcast looks.
So it was called Cock TV.
Maybe it's Kakk TV.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is Kakk TV. Yeah. Doesn't really matter. It's the same logo, it's the same guys.
Maybe you just see this here.
Yeah,
not even heard about the podcast.
Maybe you don't want to watch the podcast, listen to the podcast, and only see the Kakkmadda TV. Point is, it is something for you to watch, and you should stay in touch and try to
most
follow.
definitely.
Yeah, it's gonna be entertainment with a big E, capital E. Fact Checker Holmes, you had an interesting story you wanted to tell us about.
Well, on current events, I just saw this, so I don't know if it's a big deal, but apparently they're passing a law on models that they have to be over a certain weight, and they're going to get weight checked.
Are you
on
kidding?
Periodic weigh-ins. Well, I'll just
like they do the weighings when they have their period.
Do they do that?
No. It's a joke.
This is
Since you said periodic.
Threw me off now.
Oh, sorry, man.
Yeah, but they have
we
to...
can cut this out. It's no problem. Maybe we edit this. Hopefully not.
They have to show a medical certificate showing a body mass index of at least 18. And yeah, if they get too thin on their checks, then they can face prison.
No.
Prison?
They can? This is a really controversial law.
I think I'm all behind it.
You can be illegally thin.
Yeah. I think that's
but
that's
what
a great
about
law.
us people that are only thin?
Like you.
Like me.
You are probably on a 17 BME.
Probably yes.
BMI.
Or I could easily be.
Yeah. Well.
And what about Erl?
Oh, yeah.
15.
But
yeah.
it's not for the general public.
But should they go after us as pop stars and go after like you present on a stage? You got to weigh this and this.
Yeah, you know, I
say that they should have the opposite as well. Then fatness check.
Definitely, I think they should.
That you can go in prison for being too fat.
Maybe. Yeah.
It's logical.
Yeah, I think that is probably.
That's a more of a problem for the world that people are too fat.
No, not if you listen to what people scream about. They scream about anorexia.
But the problem of the world is that people are getting too fat.
Yeah,
and that costs a lot of money. So why this?
Well, it's a terrible pressure on young children, young women.
I'm saying that, but this is not the answer.
Maybe it is. They're trying it now.
But this is in France. They're going to pass it. It's already passed in some other countries.
I think it's a little bit strict with jail, though. How about the fine?
It says 75,000 euros or even prison sentence. I would imagine.
Is that going direct to the model or to the brand that is using the model?
I read somewhere there was the agency via them.
Okay, but the agency has to pay.
But
makes more sense.
On this one, it says models can face prison sentences.
Yeah, but that's probably like a headline, and it's probably not right like that. But anyway, it's an interesting law, and it's an interesting thing.
Yeah,
and I don't know. Maybe that's what we need. You know, they are too skinny. Have you seen the models?
I've seen the models, and they are too skinny. Yes,
they look. It's not nice.
But
you know,
to have a law against it, is that the right way of doing it?
Why not try that? You know,
can't put a law on weight.
No,
why?
No, it's stupid.
Why?
Because
we have laws on everything.
Not in Norway, not that much.
Yeah, we have a lot of laws everywhere.
Yeah, they want laws on everything. That's the point.
Yeah.
It sucks with these laws.
It does sucks with the law, but you can probably ask for permission to go outside the law. Let's say you have eating, like your body can't get bigger than 18 BPM.
No,
BMI.
BMI. Not BPM.
18 BPM, that's very slow.
Yeah.
Then you're retarded. But, well, people are struggling with the anorexia and bulimia and all this shit. And
I'm not saying it's not a problem.
Pish, we also have fans struggling with this.
Yes, and I'm not saying that that is a bad thing. No, that is a good thing that people are thin. But the only thing I'm saying is that to get in jail for being too thin or too thick or anything is stupid.
Yeah,
I'm just saying it's pretty stupid. Some people are wide, some people are small, some people are thin.
Yeah,
I think they should do it like the UFC with bands. You should have weight categories.
Yeah,
and then weigh in the day before your show.
That would be great.
Fun.
And a press conference.
And a press conference.
Face off with that.
And then you know the best model is probably gonna be like Pac-Man. You know, they're gonna win in all different weight categories. You know, it can start off at 15 BPM and then end up at like way
BPI.
overweight and still win the
I
model
think
contest.
a lot of musicians head that way, don't they? Elvis, for example.
Yeah. Yeah. On that
Came
note,
in lightweight.
you have something you want to say, Pish?
No, I'm just saying that it's more of a weight contest than this modeling branch than actually looking good contest.
But to me, it looks like a weight contest because you look at these skinny models, and it's not. But it's not even pleasant to look at,
I'm agreeing.
And if you get a lot of stuff, you can probably explain it better in English. But if you get into something, you get weird about it. That's how it is with everything. It's like if you get into,
like obsessive.
Yeah, you get obsessive about shit. Like for instance, people that do techno music, they maybe start with like pop commercial techno music, and if you get too into it, by the end, they're only gonna enjoy a bass drum.
It's the meta game.
Yeah,
You're on about the meta game.
It's the meta game, and it's the same thing happening to models. You get really into it in the beginning. You kind of like Marilyn Monroe, but then after 5 years on being in the model business, you're only gonna enjoy the thinnest of the thin. But you know what I mean?
We as
get more
customers,
extreme.
though. We are as customers.
No, but this is more about the business. The customers don't really care. I don't think they go for the thinnest. I think it's a business problem. Because in the business, it's like you want to be thinner and thinner and thinner. I think the average guy don't care.
Not me.
I guess it's the same in all human things. You push things.
You always push
you
things.
You need a little bit.
And when you get into like a gender, it goes into extreme.
Let's have a voting then. Are we for this law or against this law?
I have to say yes, just because
I'm against it because, like, the logical conclusion is all sorts of things.
I'm against it, but I think it's something that's nice to set a focus on.
But can I say I'm against it in principle, but in practical, I'm all for it. It's a big difference. I think. Yeah. Oh, all these people are having anorexia. Stop it. Okay, make a law to stop it. I don't care. In principle, I don't want a law that can.
You can't make laws to stop everything, though, can you?
No. How are you supposed to stop it then?
Well,
I think a lot of a good way of starting to stop it is to put pressure on the media. That's always writing about it and posting these things.
But you can't. You put pressure. A law is a pressure. Media goes until the law.
No,
they go until the law.
Yeah, but media is fucking bullshit these days.
Yeah, but because there's no laws controlling them.
In some way, you can say, but I don't think the laws are gonna solve anything.
You're probably right, Pish, and that's why you're my brother. Let's take another DDE song. This is Untitled.
Hello. While we're talking about this, it's a new.
What song did we hear?
We heard DDE with Untitled. And
who are you?
I'm Pish, and today
What is this?
This is KakkmaddaPodcast. I'm saying, before we started sending this podcast, I was asking Ax, can you be something else than a program leader? And he said, yes, I can be a sidekick.
I can easily be a sidekick.
No, you can't. But let's go on. This night here in Norway, it came a new music thing in the world called Tidal.
I think it's called Tidal.
Tidal. I say Tidal. I back you on that, brother Pish.
Tidal.
Yeah.
Like the waves, tidal. It's tidal.
Okay. Yeah. It's a new Spotify or streaming service owned by Jay-Z and his friends.
It used to be Vimp.
But I'm confused here now because that is a Norwegian thing, right?
Wimp, yeah.
Wimp is a Norwegian thing.
It's like the Norwegian Spotify.
But so they launched it this.
But it's Swedish.
Yeah.
Even in the start, it was Swedish.
Okay.
Apparently.
Okay.
Yeah, but they brought it from some Norwegians or something like that. It doesn't matter so much. But this night they got it out there and stuff. And Alex, what do you think about this new, more expensive platform to stream your music?
I don't know much about it. I try to find out, but what I do know something about is the whole lounge, which everyone think is ridiculous. All my hipster friends on Facebook and shit like that, they say this is the most stupid thing they've ever seen. Well, I think they are the most.
What is the lounge?
Well, it's just a lot of famous musicians going together. I think, yeah, they are right. It's a stupid thing.
It's Madonna, it's Kanye West, it's Jay-Z, it's...
and they're changing their profile pictures to blue, and they're saying this is going to save the music industry, and so on and so on.
Okay, I got this. Beyonce, Rihanna, Kanye West, Jack White, Arcade Fire, Usher, Nicki Minaj, Chris Martin, Alicia Keys, Calvin Harris, Daft Punk, Deadmau5.
Yeah, it's everyone.
And Madonna.
I got two feelings about this, because when Nicki Minaj gives out a song on Spotify, it's probably one of the highest rating songs on Spotify, like getting the most listened to.
Yeah.
And she probably don't get much of that money.
I don't know.
Yeah, like if you're a big artist, you get paid quite a lot. It's the small artists that get screwed.
Yes, but so
this is only the big artists complaining, though.
Yeah, this is the big artists trying to like take more for themselves.
Yeah.
But I'm not saying that Spotify is doing something better for the small artists, though.
No.
So in some way, I'm pretty for it, because I would rather give money to the guys that have made the music that I'm listening to than to give some company without a face money.
Definitely, and Spotify is so good, but also so shit. You know, it's ridiculous. Like, we would be multimillionaires in the 80s with Kakkmaddafakka. Now we're struggling for money, you know, compared with the success. Now, the only way you can make real money now is if you have a number one hit in the world.
Yes.
Basically. But
this is...
Before it didn't used to be like that.
And you don't always make a whole lot out
and
of
you
that.
don't even make a whole lot of that.
Well, you make some, but if you don't follow it up, or
yeah, and that's a kind of incredible thing to do, to make a number one song in the world. That is incredible. But that doesn't even make you rich. You know what makes you rich? Working for the oil in Norway. Work 1 year for oil in Norway, and you're incredibly rich.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But back to this Tidal thing, though. I don't know how they're gonna split the money into place and stuff like this. But if they do in a fair and good way, I'm all for it. But to me, it also looks like this Illuminati meeting they're having with all these high-profile people that is really rich from before and don't need more money.
No.
Tell me,
Beyonce don't need more money.
Do Madonna need more money?
No. Kanye don't need more money. You know who should have been there? Kakkmaddafakka should have been there. Yeah. We need more money. You know?
The small struggling artist.
The small struggling artist. And you see none of them over there. But let's look at the numbers. If it would be like they were paying out 80% of what they earned and only spent 20% on running the company, I think it's a great idea. That's how it should be.
Yes.
You know? Yes. That's how it should be. 80% of the money should go to the artist. The rest, 20%, should go to whoever runs the site.
But how
hard can it be to run a site?
All of the streaming services aren't run by what you actually get played or who paid to listen to. For example, like you can have a small band who someone signed up to
just
Spotify,
to listen to that band,
and they only listen to that album, but they will only get a tiny percentage
it's
of that money.
It's unfair as hell.
And the rest will go to the likes of Kanye and
but that's also fair that they get the majority of the money, since they are getting listened to more as well, you know?
Yeah.
There's two sides of this.
Yeah.
It's a really complicated story.
Yeah, it is. But I gotta say also, when you see, I think Kanye West is a great artist. I think Daft Punk, we can all agree on, is a great thing. And I have problems seeing that Daft Punk would put their name behind this if they haven't looked at the numbers.
They have looked at the numbers, and they see that they can make much money.
But don't you think that's good for us also then?
I don't know, because they are owners.
They're owning the company.
They are owning the company.
Owning the company?
Yes, all of these artists are owning the company.
They are. It's not only Jay-Z.
No, I read the list.
It is the list of the guys that is owning the... Drake is in there.
Yeah, maybe we can buy some stocks.
I don't know, but I'm for people getting or the music making guys getting more money. Actually,
we need more money
than the non-facial Spotify guys.
Yeah, even though they're Swedish, we are half Swedish. Well, talking about money, if you want to sponsor this podcast, just send us a mail and
send us a check.
We will send you invoice, and we can promote whatever you want anywhere in the world. no problem. We got a lot of listeners and watchers, so...
And if Illuminati is watching this or listening to this, we are willing to join. we are ready.
We are very interested. Yeah. Illuminati, that would be kind of a big honor if they wanted to take us under their sword.
Send the membership forms.
Yeah, we will gladly join. And next picture would be me covering one of my eyes, just.
Or me doing the evil triangle.
Yeah, something like that. Well, talking about Illuminati, let's play some Chris Brown. No.
Jesus.
Big Sean, he's just signed to Illuminati.
No, don't do Strokes.
It's a good job they can't hear the music.
Okay, yeah. You want to have Strokes?
Yeah, it was up there.
One of Strokes, yeah. Here we go. Strokes, and this is hard to explain. That was Strokes with Hard to Explain, but you didn't get to hear it because we don't have the rights to play music on this podcast, unless we made it ourselves. My name is Manhattan.
My name is Pish.
Holmes, David.
He is our manager and the fact checker. We are, this is KakkmaddaPodcast. Welcome. And this is the first edition. If you're cool, subscribe and all that.
And hopefully we get as big as Serial.
Yeah, that's our goal. Did you listen
Joe Rogan is my man.
Yeah, Joe Rogan is your man. And you're a Serial guy?
Yeah, I listened to that podcast on the way home from Mexico, actually.
Yeah.
It was kind of fun, but I liked Jinx better. I think to see the guy and... Yeah. Like,
I didn't get to the end of Serial. I didn't bother.
No, not me neither. No. Actually, I think he was guilty.
Yeah, me
the
too.
Guy.
He was probably guilty.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Anyway, when you're listening to this, it's maybe Christmas. It's maybe even fall. But right now, it's actually Easter time. And why not talk a little bit about Easter?
It's a complicated holiday, isn't it? Because it's not the same every year. That really confuses me, because why didn't Jesus
die the same year every year?
They died the same day. It makes no sense to me. He is born on the same day every year, but then he's not dying on the same day.
Yeah,
I don't get it.
Totally confusing. But what is your childhood memories about Easter? What do you like? Do you have any memories?
I remember cabin life with me and you, Ax, and our parents, and I also remember that other kids got really much chocolate and stuff in their eggs.
Easter egg, yeah.
Easter egg. We just got like 2 chocolates. And I'm thankful now these days. Yeah. Thank you, Mama. Thank you, Papa.
For not giving us too much chocolate.
Because then we would be spoiled brats. Yeah. And I'm thankful for not being that.
So to all you parents out there, don't spoil your child. I think that's the worst thing you can do.
Yeah.
Spoiling is not good.
Another thing, just a fast thing to you parents out there, I think to not clap every time your child is doing something good is very great for the child. Yeah. Because they struggle to do more.
Yeah.
If you don't clap.
They also don't get disappointed if they don't get a clap. Yeah. That's the whole purpose. You don't want a child that is disappointed
when it don't get a clap.
No, you want a child that is always positive.
Yeah.
What you say, you rather want good news than bad news, So you should make your child into thinking that almost everything is a good news. Instead of, if you catch my drift? You know what I mean?
You seem to contradict yourself.
No, it's like, if you treat someone, if you have
you don't expect the worst.
Yeah, always expect the worst.
You said good news, expect bad news.
No, be happy for good news and don't be sad for bad news. Don't be like sad for bad news and expect good news.
The only thing I'm trying to say
you know what I mean? That's a very philosophical way of looking at things. I think if you just expect shit and think that the good stuff that is happening is unusual, then you would have a greater life.
Be pessimistic, you're saying?
In a way, a little bit, yeah.
The only thing I'm saying is that we shouldn't, if you can walk 2 steps, Ax, and I say, oh, you walk.
I know.
Great. Then me as parents saying, then you don't have to walk 3 steps.
But you two,
and I'm satisfied about.
You two are always bigging each other up. Yeah, you're good at this. You're good at that.
But you should big each other up. But it's not. You shouldn't be like what is called. It's called
too much.
Tilfreds.
Yeah.
What is it called? Tilfreds.
Satisfied.
Satisfied with small steps.
Yeah.
Like
It's a very complicated.
Ain't no limit. Back to Easter.
I only give like 6 compliments a year, or 6.
That's good.
Yeah, it's about my yearly average.
You don't like giving out compliments.
I'm pessimistic.
Yeah, you are pessimistic.
I expect everything to be terrible. Usually is.
I am a positive guy, I gotta say, but I see people that struggle when they become an adult, and then they don't get the pat on the back, you know. And
I've seen it too.
Then it can lead to alcoholism, stonerness, depressions. You know, you can get fat and all that. You know, and that's just because your parents has done you in the wrong way. Same with a dog. You know, a dog should know that it's a dog. Like a child should know it's a child. A human should know you're just a human. You're just a motherfucking human. You're this small. You're nothing. You know, whatever you're talking about doesn't matter. You know, that's how it is. Whatever I'm talking about doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
That's what I always say.
You're not an important man.
But back to Easter,
woman.
isn't this a confusing holiday?
In Norway, it's confusing because it means everything's closed and you have to just sit at home.
Yeah, and
I don't have a cabin, so I just sit in my house.
Yeah, and how is it in the Great Britannia?
Well, you know, it's the same. We don't. Things stay open, so you can still go buy some food and stuff.
Yeah.
Alcohol.
Yeah.
Is it a big drinking holiday?
If you get a day off, you drink.
Yeah, it's a party. Yeah, same in Norway though.
Yeah, it is.
Well, I just gotta think. I gotta say,
I'm not religious though, so for me, it's just a waste of time.
Yeah, I am religious, but for me, it's a waste of time too. But I have one great experience I want to tell about. It is, you know, if you're a Kakkmaddafakka fan, you've probably seen the music video for Someone New. It's recorded in Sicily, Siracusa, back at Alan's place. At the lemon farm.
2 years ago now.
2 years ago now, we're counting.
In March, yeah.
Yeah, and we went there, all of us in the band, but then the rest of you guys fucked off home.
We went to Rome.
Yeah, you went to Rome, but I stayed.
We saw the Pope.
Yeah, but I stayed, and I got to experience Sicilic Easter. And that was different.
Fun, more fun.
Yeah,
more fun.
Yeah, because the weather is nice. It's like summer, you know. It's so nice weather, and we all gathered on the big lemon farm. We got great.
Did you go on an Easter egg hunt?
No, but we had a ping pong competition.
Was there eggs
won
there?
I won the whole competition. And
was there Easter eggs?
Not much eggs. No,
chocolate?
Not that I could.
Any chocolate?
Probably.
That was the best thing about Easter, chocolate.
Yeah, you're a chocolate kind of guy.
I am.
Your tooths know all about that.
Yeah. My teeth, which are
your teeth,
gone.
Yeah. Well, that's what we can say about Easter. I liked it in Sicily. You both are a little bit...
I find it really confusing.
Yeah, it's just a confusing
I say get rid of all of them. Christmas.
Yeah.
Get rid of it.
Every other year I would love a Christmas.
That is kind of what we've been talking about in this band, that we want to take all the holidays and put 2 years between them instead of having them every year. Let's have it every second year.
Then it becomes more special.
It would
like
be way
Cup.
more special.
And the Olympics.
You know, the World Cup.
Christmas every other year.
Yeah, no, but that's every 4th year.
Yeah, but with the Olympics and the World Cup, they like...
But I think that's such a great thing. Whenever there is a World Cup year, it's a great year.
Yes,
You've been waiting 4 years. Oh, who is going to be...
Think about waiting 2 years for Christmas.
Yeah.
It would be amazing.
You should have a birthday every 4 years too.
Definitely. Yeah. Definitely.
Then it would
younger.
be really special. My birthday is coming up.
Whoa! Your birthday? You're kidding me. You know, it's going to be...
That would be crazy.
Where's the party? You know, now it's like my birthday is coming up. I don't think I want to do anything.
You'd only be like 6 years old now, though.
Definitely.
But that would be great. Let's stop this nonsense of having these short years.
Yeah.
Let's have longer years, 2 years in a row.
Yeah.
1 year.
Let's make the year a double year.
I tell you what is annoying.
Well,
now they put the clocks back.
Yeah.
Oh man,
that's annoying.
That is annoying. And I was, you know, that's why we have a podcast together, because I was thinking about time at the same time as you were thinking about time. And what I think is annoying is the different time zones.
That too.
We have been talking about the world clock.
I am
the
really
military is already using it.
They are?
Yes, they are.
They are on the world clock.
They are on the world clock. All the military in the world are on the same clock.
Definitely for that.
But that's just, what do they use? British?
No, they have they have a different thing. It goes
GMT.
No, they don't use that. They have a different clock. It goes to 1,000. So now it's probably 555.
You know,
and it's the same 555 everywhere in the world right now. 555. Okay, when do you want to have the Skype meeting in Mexico? Let's settle on 799.
Yeah. And Einstein already destroyed time.
He did.
So time is fucked up. Nobody knows about time. Let's just have time as something we control.
Yeah.
And let's make a longer year, and let's make the world clock happening.
That's
and do not fucking change the hours.
No, let's. Why don't we end this great podcast with that? On Speak About Time, we're going to talk more about time next episode. I promise, about the world clock.
Do you want to say anything more about time, Holmes?
No, just that I was just about to start work the other night.
Yeah.
I was looking at my watch. Yeah, it was 1 o'clock.
Yeah, at night.
Made
because you are a night
tea.
person.
I'm a night worker.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, 3:05. Didn't know what happened.
Yeah, didn't know what. No.
Checking.
Yeah. What the fuck?
I thought my phone was wrong.
Yeah. And this is,
every 2 times a year.
Yeah, and it's proven that crime raises the weak, the habit, like missed lunches, all appointments, everything that we as humans try to do, get fucked up 2 times a year. And you're on a different schedule. I feel it myself.
I'm not in it yet.
No, it's incredible annoying. So let's fuck this fucking with time. It's fucking with our minds.
But now things do it automatically now, at least. Like,
doesn't matter. It's fucking with you. It's fucking with you. So you're screwed.
I'm not a farmer. I don't need it.
No one needs it. Not even a farmer. They have all robots and everything. And if you don't have a robot, well, you don't have a clock problem.
All the animals are just in sheds anyway.
Yeah. Anyway, they don't see.
They don't look at the time.
I don't even see light.
It's probably more annoying for a cow.
Yeah.
And now I have to be up 1 hour.
Where is the food?
Yeah.
Where is the food? It's supposed to be here now. Now it comes an hour later.
It's probably automatically injected directly into their guts.
And you can actually swim to England. From Norway.
Does that have?
You can.
Who can?
Like the best swimmer in the world probably can. And you should be able to swim a time zone.
That makes sense.
Yeah. If you can swim a time zone.
Yeah, but then you could swim to. I guess France is on Central Europe.
It's from Swans to Finland.
That's a short swim.
That's a short swim. People swim that
all the time.
All the time. And you shouldn't be able to swim a time zone.
No.
Well, no,
you swim 1 hour.
I saved an hour now by swimming. That was your favorite podcast, KakkmaddaPodcast, with me, Manhattan,
me, Pish,
and me,
Holmes, David Holmes from Wales in Great Britain. We're gonna end this great first ever podcast with a song that's one of my favorite rock songs. This is Sex on Fire with Kings of Leon.
To work on your DJing, as usual.